Hello guys, this is my comprehensive Threads of Fate guide. This is the system we're gonna be using to get our WAPs and EXP accumulation potions. And I just wanted to make a quick guide to showcase everything basically, all you need to know, and also to clarify some systems that I think in other videos are not properly explained as to why we want to fodder, basically why we want to do the resets, why we want to log out to reset and all this stuff. I will be explaining it later, but I will be doing step-by-step guide. So basically we do this because we want a method of getting our WAPs and EXP accumulation potions, or also to level up the different professions. We just want something that gets us all the herbs and the minerals. And the most efficient way right now in Maplestory to do this is through Threads of Fate. So Threads of Fate is basically a GUI, a guide that makes us interact with the different NPCs. And TLDR, we can just do an ask function so that they will go on a mission, and after 30 minutes they will give us the reward. If we set up properly our system, these rewards will be basically mineral and herb pouches. And this is very powerful because when we have 100 closeness, they will give us 20 pouches of whatever every 30 minutes, meaning we can get up to 100 pouches every day. And this is basically massive. Like, this will give us so much. In 2 or 3 days of having the setup, you can basically master any profession you want. So we really want to do this. So first thing we need to do is we need to have the Threads of Fate storyline completed. It's just a quest line. It takes 1.5 to 2 hours. I will leave a link in the pinned comment leading to a video that shows you how to do it. So once this is done, we'll unlock the guy, the GUI, and this is how it will look. I will also open it in game so you can see it. Just go to quest and here, unraveling the Threads of Fate. And we will have all these NPCs, some are locked, but the ones we care about are not locked, so don't worry. And we can just click on Takenokonoko, for example, and this is how it will look. At first, when you first open it, you will have 0 closeness. It will look basically like this, and you will only have 2 functions for now. These 2 will be unlocked once we have more closeness. Okay, so we can interact in four ways. We have gift, talk, ask, and summon. Okay, so gift is the first option. We can gift an NPC an item of their choosing, which increases closeness by 3. We can gift up to 7 gifts per NPC per week, meaning we can gift, if we're working on 3 NPCs, we can give all of them 7, and they have a maximum of 7 that resets on the same time as the Haven missions and the Dark World 3. So basically on Sunday. So there's convenient to gift NPCs, and this is what each of them ask and what you want to give them. So basically, we ideally want to go for 3 NPCs. We want Takeno, Tengu, and Kurama. Why? Because the rewards they want, not the rewards, sorry, the gifts they want are very easy. Kurama just wants arrows, Tengu just wants some basic ores, and Takenokonoko just wants HP potions, white, red, orange. So these gifts are very easy to get. You just go and buy them, basically. And some others just have really weird gifts, and they're just not convenient, right? So also, you don't need to go for 3 NPCs. If you only care about, let's say, mineral pouches, you would just want 2 NPCs. But if you want an NPC for minerals, another NPC for herbs, so you want these 2, we also need a third one for fodder, which I'll explain later, then we'll need 3 NPCs, right? So if you only want 1, 2, and if you want both, you need 3 NPCs, right? Talk function. This will increase the closeness by 2 every time we click it. It has a 30 minutes cooldown per NPC, and it doesn't share cooldown with other NPCs, so we can do all at the same time. However, this is the most important part, it can only increase closeness up to 50. So for example, Kinokonoko, I have 0 closeness. I can just talk to her, whatever, you can just keep all this. and it will have 2 closeness. But now I can just talk to other NPC, and well, it doesn't let me because I'm above 50, but it will not share a cooldown. So ideally, if you want to work on getting closeness to 50 on the 3 NPCs, you just go to Take no Konoko, talk to her, go to Tenku, talk to him, go to Kurama, talk to her, and after 30 minutes, you will repeat this process, right? The third function is the ask function, and this is the one we really care about. This is unlocked at closeness 50, so we really have to get to 50 as fast as possible. And what it does is we just ask the NPC to go on a mission, and a reward after 30 minutes will be given to us after 30 minutes based on the mission. So the most important missions we want are chop wood, which is equivalent to gather herbs, and gather minerals. So basically, after we get to 50 closeness, we can just go on an NPC and we can click the ask, and it will have a mission. So I'll explain later why I'm on elevator. We can just go here, we ask Take no Konoko, ask, would you do me a favor? And would you please go to Nautilus and mine minerals, right? That would be Take no Konoko's mission. And we do the same with Kurama, and she'll have another mission, right? So yeah, these are the 3 important ones. And then the last function is summon, that we do not care about this. So I will explain a little bit more the ask function, which is what we care about. Once we have this, any of these unlocked, basically they will give either a mineral or a herb pouch, and this scales with the closeness of the NPC. To calculate, it's a very simple formula. It's explained right here. So it's the closeness multiplied by 2, then divided by 10, and then we round it down. So for example, if we have 72 closeness, we'll do this. It's 144 divided by 10, which is 14.4. We round it down, so it would give us 14 pouches, right? That's it. These are the pouches. We can just, I will open one so you can see what it gives. Basically, this is the mineral pouch, and you can see it gave me 1 luck crystal. We can do it again, and it gave me 26 wisdom crystals. So as you can see, this is like extremely powerful, and you will basically have all the mineral ores and everything you want. And for the herbs is the same. You will get all the oils you need. This is extremely important because basically if we want to work on meister alchemy, we do not need to work on our herbalism, right? You can see I have level 1 herbalism and I have meister alchemy, because as I'm just giving straight up the oils, I do not need to go through that process, and it just gives such a massive amount of the oils, so it's really good. Now, let's say we are on a mission of gathering herbs or minerals, and right now, once you accept it, you are on a 30-minute cooldown until that reward is given to you. Now, there are some actions that can, for example, break the reward, so that instead of giving you the herb pouches or whatever pouches, it will transform it into mesos, and the daily ask will be consumed. So here is a small list of things that you should not do once you accepted the mission, and here there's something you can do that will not break it. There are some things such as logging out or crashing that will just cancel the mission, and the ask will not be consumed because you only can ask up to 5 times a day. So yeah, if you do this, whatever of this list, basically the reward will be given just mesos, you will not get the pouches, and the ask will be consumed. So this is very important to have in mind and check. Okay, as I explained, summon, we do not care about this. And here's an efficient way of increasing the closeness. We want to talk to the 3 NPCs, raising the closeness by 2 every 30 minutes until your closeness is 50. After the closeness is 50, we can start asking, and we can also give the NPCs. We want to wait for closeness 50 to gift, because basically getting to 50 is free. It's just a matter of time. It's just every 30 minutes, right? But the gifting there's a cap weekly, right? So we do not really want to use the gift early, as it's just not very good. There's also you can speed up the process by giving the item threat of 8, which increases closeness by 7 on the NPC of your choosing once a day. This is dropped by the Yakuza boss, and there's a small precase you need to do in order to access this boss. So you can check that in another guide if you want. Okay, now I will go through an example of ask and explain the daily mission reset, which is what a lot of people are very confused about. So the daily reset is the reset that a mission will do every day, only on the first ask. Once a mission has been resetted / rolled, all the missions will remain the same until the next day, where the first cast will again roll a mission. So this is the thing that happens every day, one time, just once. However, this is of our choosing. We can roll the mission we want to roll. We can choose it. That's why we need a fodder NPC, which will be the NPC that we just consume this role so that it doesn't affect the others that have a mission we actually care about, right? So let's say you got your 3 NPCs to closeness 50 and you can already start asking. Right now, let's just say this is our initial missions. We got all 3 of them. We got all these 3 to closeness 50. Now we want to check their missions. How would we do it? Normally people in other videos say just do this, check this, and then log out, and everybody's like, why are we logging out? Nobody understands. Basically, you want to log out basically because you don't want to be forced into completing these missions. Because what happens is once you accept and you are into this interaction with them, you cannot really stop it, right? So that's why people say log out. There's other ways to stop this process, like going to the cash shop. But my method, and which I prefer, is we want to go into the Helios elevator. It's on Maple World, Lotus Lake, and it's right here or right here, doesn't matter. So we go here, and this is where we are. Now, to check on the mission, we would get on the elevator. You have to be a bit fast. We get here, we open the UI, we go on ask, and we stop at this. We just check the mission, and we see mine minerals, in my case, right? For you, it'll be different. So let's say you got your NPCs to 50, you can ask all of them, and you want to check the missions, so you do this process on each of one of them, right? Let's say we do this, and this is how our initial missions look like. We would have look for food on Takenokonoko, 2 burpees on Tengu, and pack a lunch on Kurama. As you can see, none of these missions are important. We do not care about any of this. So we would have to wait until the next day, until we get a reset, so we can actually change one of these missions, right? So we do that, we go for the next day, and let's say we roll Kurama, right? We roll Kurama, and now Kurama has chop wood, right? So that's it. We got a mission that we wanted. Now, the only thing we need to do is not consume the daily reset on this guy, and we will just use the other guy. So we keep looking now for gather minerals on the other 2 NPCs. So we wait for next day. We do not touch Kurama because she has a mission that we care about, and we would choose whatever other. We choose Tengu. So we go in the elevator, check the mission, and it changes to gather minerals. And that's it. We already have the 2 missions that we have. If it doesn't give you gather minerals, then you just wait for next day and repeat this process, right? Okay. So now, basically we are done. We have the 2 missions that we care about, and we just need the fodder NPC, which would be the one that doesn't have any of these missions. In my example, Tengu has gather minerals and Kurama has chop wood. So our fodder would be Takenokonoko, right? Because she has a mission we do not care about, and the other 2 are done. So now we wait for the next day, and we just ask Takenokonoko on that ask, on the elevator, we consume, and you will see that her mission will change to, I don't know, whatever, pack a lunch, and that's it. Once you are done, once you do that, all the missions will not change through the rest of the day, so you can just ask Tengu 5 times for gather minerals, and you would be done. Now, the same thing you would do the next day. You will just go, ask Takenokonoko, her mission will roll, and that's it. You just don't care about it for the rest of the day. Now, I would really, if I were you, I would have this little, like, I don't know, like a check or something, just to have like a small journal knowing what missions we have on every guy, so you don't accidentally roll the one you care about if you just have bad memory or whatever. Because you can just break this by asking the one you care about, right? So just have it in a document to make sure you're not rolling the ones you actually care about, right? And that's it. There's a small FAQ that I'll be putting in comments and updating if you have more doubts, but I think it's pretty clear. I will also share a link to this document so you can check these important notions to have and everything. And that's it, guys. Thanks for watching.